Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Glad you could be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, in this series, we know we're just, in a way, we're just marking time as we are counting down the last seconds of the church age. We want to feel closer to the Lord. So we do this by being in His Word. As we go through the book of John, we know it's about the life and ministry of our Lord Jesus, and that He came to this earth to save souls. But in this study, we're also noticing, I think, in a more obvious way, how man had such a closed mind then as they do now. But really, do you think there was ever a point in the last 2,000 years, if Jesus came to earth as the Lamb that He did, that He would ever be received with open arms? So what if Jesus came to earth now as He did 2,000 years ago? Would anyone listen to Him? People are zoned out on their phones or TV or radio, and if He went anywhere to preach today, they'd call security, they'd have Him hauled away. Then he'd probably be declared insane, and they'd have Him drugged up. And then even if He performed miracles, those miracles would be considered to be amazing, some sort of amazing magic act with some kind of sleight of hand, not really true miracles. That's what I think would happen. And this situation that we're in, that's why Jesus, when He comes back during the second coming, which looks to be a little over 7 years from now, He's not going to be a baby in a manger. His very appearance when he comes back, when he lands on earth, He's going to crack a mountain in half. And He's not coming to earth to unfriend people on their social media. It's going to be at the end of a 3.5 year long period of nonstop cataclysmic wrath of God. No one's going to be able to enjoy anything. There's not going to be a golden age. Dominion theology will be proven to be just a delusion, the opposite of what's going to happen. And I'm not talking about a mid-tribulation rapture. I'm just saying before those 3.5 years of the cataclysmic wrath, there's going to be the most oppressive 3.5 years the world has ever seen by the Antichrist. So how do we know all this? Well, it's plain as day in the Word. This video is not going, I'm not going to go into the same scriptures over and over and over just because some troll read a verse once and comes on here and calls me a liar and deceiver. It's all in there. I mean, and if I would change the name of this video and skip our doing the book of John stuff, we'd easily get 2,000 or 3,000 views on it. But many of those people viewing have seen it over and over, or they just want to come on here and argue doctrine. But with given the same exact information as I'm giving now, and it's within the Book of John series, then they'll get 100 views. This video will get 100 views maybe. Right now, I don't care about that. If you're new here and you're earnestly looking for those details about what the rapture is all about, when it is, and all that, just please check out our back library of videos. And if you watch enough of them, you're going to find out everything you want to know. So, but please ask questions if you want in the comments section. But first, I got to ask if anybody has never been born again, let me recommend you start with our Welcome Everyone video. I'm going to post a link to that video in the description box of this video. I'll also post a link to the first video of the series. So if you're new to it and you just found it and you'd like to start at the beginning, you can watch the videos in order from the beginning. I've got links to where they're linked together. You can go to the next one. Okay, so the last time we left off in verse 23, Jesus had just told Martha that her brother Lazarus would rise again. So we'll start here in 24. Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? She said unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world. And when she had so said, she went her way and called Mary her sister secretly, saying, The Master is come and calleth for thee. As soon as she heard that, she arose quickly and came unto him. And now Jesus was not yet come into the town, but was in that place where Martha met him. Excuse me. Verse 31, the Jews then which were with her in the house and comforted her, when they saw Mary, that she rose up hastily and went out, followed her, saying, She goeth into the grave to weep there, unto the grave to weep there. Then when Mary was come where Jesus was and saw him, she fell down at his feet, saying to him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came unto her, he groaned in the spirit, and was troubled, and said, Where have ye laid him? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept. That verse 35 is the shortest verse in the Bible. Just curiously. 36. Then said the Jews, Behold how he loved him. And some of them said, Could not this man which opened the eyes of the blind have caused that even this man should not have died? Jesus therefore again groaning in himself cometh to the grave. It was a cave, and a stone lay upon it. Jesus said, Take ye away the stone. Martha, the sister of him that was dead, saith unto him, Lord, by this time he stinketh, for he hath been dead 4 days. You know, to us hearing the word stinketh in King James vernacular sounds quite odd. But what you have to remember is that this is not holy talk. This does not make the King James Version any more holier than any other translation. I've known people who actually prayed when they did public prayer, they'd pray in King James English. God doesn't care about that at all. King James English, it's just the way they talked back then. Maybe it's a little more formal, but not the way it looks like to us. Okay, verse 40. Jesus saith unto her, Said I not unto thee that if thou wouldest believe, thou shouldst see the glory of God? And they took the stone away from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hadst heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me always. But because of the people which stand by, I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, come forth. Jesus had that kind of power. He'll be using that same power in a greater way shortly in the pre-tribulation rapture of the church. Okay, verse 44. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot with grave clothes, and his face was bound about with a napkin. Jesus saith unto them, Loose him and let him go. Then many of the Jews which came to Mary and had seen the things which Jesus did believed on him. All right, we'll hold it right there, and the next time, Lord willing, we'll see a whole new level of evil against the Lord. Until then, or in the air, may God bless you, each of you, my dearly beloved.